World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day to all of our listeners here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This is World News in 5 and I'm your host, Steph Vicente. Rescue workers in Colombia are racing to find survivors trapped beneath rubble following Monday's powerful magnitude 7.4 earthquake. According to BBC News, the official death toll stands at 181, although figures compiled from local officials suggest the number could be more than 240. Colombian President Abelardo de la Espriella said nearly 2,600 people were injured, almost 200 remain missing, and more than 1,100 homes were destroyed. More than 8,000 other homes were damaged, while dozens of larger buildings also collapsed across the country. A state of emergency has been declared as aftershocks continue to shake parts of western Colombia. In other news overseas, United States President Donald Trump reportedly made a secret switch from Air Force One to a smaller military aircraft while leaving a NATO summit in Turkey last month. The Washington Post reports that U.S. President Trump was moved to a C-328 aircraft using an elevated catering truck, while journalists and some White House staff remained aboard Air Force One unaware of the maneuver. U.S. officials told CBS News that Washington had detected a credible Iranian threat to launch a missile at the president's aircraft, although the White House has not confirmed the report. President Trump had earlier said that he was Iran's number one target during the summit in Ankara. The reported operation came amid renewed U.S. military strikes against Iran following the breakdown of negotiations between Washington and Tehran. And finally, former United States Marine Robert Gilman has been released from a Russian prison following discussions between U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. According to BBC News, U.S. President Trump said the release was made on humanitarian grounds and that no prisoner exchange took place as Gilman was reportedly in extremely poor health. Gilman, who was arrested in Russia in 2022, was recently transferred to a civilian hospital after reportedly entering a catatonic state or a catatonic-like state. He is expected to arrive at a U.S. military hospital in Texas for medical assessment and treatment. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said the administration will continue efforts to bring home other Americans who remain detained in Russia. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this has been Steph Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.